Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Fox here from Never Stop Building. I'm pretty excited about this project that I'm about to make public. It's been public for a couple days now while I'm working out the tweaks, but now I'd like to, kind of present it to the world. I think it will improve the speed and consistency with which I can bring more updates about various projects I'm working on. Basically, I was getting tired of the publication process with my old blog, which was a Jekyll-powered static site. I didn't like that I had to update all this metadata about each post with a title and description and tags and stuff like that. I didn't like how the posting was forced to be I had to decide that when I would post, everything felt like I was gonna. It felt like I had to create something and put it out in the world versus the way I prefer to work on projects is kind of authoring some content, my own documentation while I do it. And so I was thinking, well, if I'm going to be writing stuff anyway and filling out, project docs and kind of writing my own little notes along the way and taking pictures, which I do anyway, I might as well automate that whole thing and then kind of outsource my whole blogging system to software. So here's an overview of what I put together, which I'm calling Dropblog, and it looks like there's actually a bunch of other people that have made similar things, but this one's a little more suited to my needs. Basically, the whole blog is powered through the Dropbox interface on my computer. So I just simply create articles on my computer, and they're synced into the cloud and published on my website and stuff like that. So if you look at this is kind of what happens in the course of the app, and I'll go through this, and then I'll show you the whole process of it. So as I change and update files locally in a specific folder structure, they get synced to Dropbox. Dropbox kicks off a webhook to my application that says, hey, some files were updated. My app then goes, queries Dropbox, says, oh, okay, what files were there? Oh, is it an image? Is it an article? Is it a special type of image? Is it a project? All right, we'll pull that information down, load the data about the article or the project into the database. This happens through a background process. And then if it's an image, it uploads it to Amazon S3 to host the image so that I don't have to worry about downloading images and syncing them to different servers and creating links and stuff like that. So it happens all automatically, and I'll show you exactly how that all happens by writing the same article that I'm using to introduce this thing. So here's a view of the new version of the website. So I cleaned it up a little bit. It has a nicer footer down there and some more links to the top. So you see, this is because I loaded all the articles in through Dropbox. They're a little out of order, so I loaded this one in, but I wrote it some time ago. So here is the website, and here is just an empty markdown editor, and then here is the folder structure. So I have a couple things in here related to my company and some other projects, but basically it comes down to this articles and projects folder structure. So when I want to create this article to introduce Dropblog, it's part of a Dropblog project. So I have all my projects here, private and public. Here's Dropblog, and here's all the articles I've written about it so far. And any pictures that the articles reference, and a central markdown file for the project itself. So to get started, I'm going to basically just write. This is just going to be an article on my computer. I'll start with the date. Now I don't even need to put this date in, because when it creates the article, it's going to use the time of day, which is right now, to set that date. But for consistency, I usually start with the date. Doesn't need to be in parentheses. So start with a simple date, then the title, and a category. The category is not necessary either. It's something that will actually be carried through from the project itself, if it's a project article. And then that's it. That's just the title. So that's not even a lot of metadata personally. I mean, I don't even have to put the date. I don't even have to put a category. It's kind of just like a shorthand title. And then we'll say something like, welcome to Dropblog, blogging with cloud help. So that article is created here, and I'm going to save it. Right where it needs to go in the Dropblog articles folder, and I'll just call it the slug is going to be what the slug is on the internet. So now if you look up here, when I save it, you'll see the Dropbox thing is syncing here, and it's done syncing. And now if I refresh this, it shows that recent article. This is live on the internet. So that's there it is, and we go into here, and it has welcome to Dropblog, blogging with cloud help. Now I'll show you the image thing as well, just as a sample. I'm actually gonna open up the Heroku log so you can see this happening. Now let's say we wanted to have an image. So all images related to a project are stored in a single project level pictures folder. So if I wanted to add an image, let's say this image I have here, which I've named title, I'll just drag it into pictures, and it's going to sync up. And see, there it goes. It kicked off the job, process the image, and if we go into the Amazon console, under pictures, under Dropblog, there's the title image synced to Amazon. And the cool thing is, any image named title in a project or in an article folder becomes the sort of canonical image that is the title for any project related to this. So if I go back here, go to projects, now you see this cloud image that I had on my desktop is the project level image. And there it is. And all the projects are linked in, introducing Dropblog here. So another cool thing is that when I'm working on an article locally on the desktop, I don't want to have to worry about where the image is located on the internet. I don't want to have to do like a HTTP blah 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 my server. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to like write. I just want to write on my desktop like I'm not even worrying about the internet. And Dropblog supports that because all I got to do is reference the image relatively. So in this case, it's just one level up in pictures, and it's called title. And there it is. Now it's in my article locally on the desktop. I can make sure the image is right, blah blah blah. And the cool thing is when I save it, it's going to link this up, syncing to Dropbox. And that image is, nothing's changed with the image. It just has a reference now. And when it processes the article, it's going to say, hey, okay, this is not a URL. This is a picture that is related to this blog. Let me go find the title image for this project, which is related to this article. So I'll just refresh this here. Boom. So now this is right there. So it makes it insanely simple to blog. Either make project updates because the folder structure is you'll have a project folder, and that's the slug that matches the project level. This is the matching, and so that this markdown file here controls what's in the project level, and then any pictures related to the project and any articles related to the project. And then if I wanted to simply write one-off articles, which I have several of, I just simply create a folder with a slug, an article markdown, and then any related images go right into that folder. Because for articles, it's a bit more. There's usually just one article and some supporting images, whereas for projects, it's going to be more than that. I'll have maybe several pictures, several articles of updates along the way, a sort of high-level project document that I want to share with the world. And the cool thing is that I can also just throw any old files in here I want. So this is just my normal Dropbox personal projects folder structure. So I have articles and pictures, but yeah, I have some footage, various estimates for this project, some SketchUp models, just whatever I want in there. This software only concerns itself with the stuff that's in a specific folder structure like this. And so that's it. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited to get started with it. I imagine once I finish this video, this is going to be right out there on the internet. And cool thing is, it is open source. No reason not to hide the fun. It's a little rough around the edges right now, but it's all available on GitHub at neverstopbuilding/Dropblog. Check it out. If you have suggestions, or please send pull requests. It'd be awesome to improve this with your help. Got to fix some of this code coverage issue and failing build stuff, but that's really just some of the testing nuances. So I hope you think this is cool, and please subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more articles and videos soon. Thanks a lot.